Today I'm going to be repairing a rust hole in the lower fender of a 2010 Chevy Equinox. I'll start by removing the trim and getting it ready to cut this rust out. When I get that all set up, I'll be right back. Before I go any further, I'd like to show you exactly what caused this to rust out so early. And it's all of these leaves and debris that gets trapped in there, and the salt water, it just becomes one big giant sponge and then ends up rotting this out. So once I get this all cleared out and I get this little trim piece off, I'll be back to cut out this rust. I cut out all the rust and I made a patch that somewhat resembles the other side. I tacked the trim on here real quick with its little clips. I had a couple of holes down here, so that popped on. I put a couple screws to hold it in place, and I made sure this patch fit before I'm going to weld it. And incidentally, these are just so that it bends around the curvature of the wheel well, and then I'll weld those up. So let me take this off and show you exactly what I have. And so after cutting out the rust, this is what we're left with. Now, this probably could have gotten a new fender, but this way I don't have to blend onto the hood. I can just blend up into here, then clear the fender. And this metal is thicker than this metal, so it should last a little longer. So this is what we have, and this is where this piece clips onto there. And then it clips on here, and then the splash shield will clip onto here and here. So let me get this all welded up so you can see the final patchwork, what it looks like. After the patch panel has been welded into place, the next step is to knock your welds down with a body hammer like this and fill it. And incidentally, the reason I have a butt weld across the middle of it is because I have a whole lot of scrap pieces like this, and I butt welded two of them together to make the patch this big. Again, let me clean these welds up, knock them down, and fill it. After I get that finished, I'll be back. After cleaning up the welds, and I sandblasted them real clean, then I knocked down all my high spots with this body hammer. I spread the filler. Now we're going to just cheese grade some excess off of there. So I'm going to sort of follow this contour around here, and I'm just taking off the excess. Once I take off the excess, then I won't have too much sanding to do. We're just going to come in here. First I start with taking off the ridges, just the ridges. And I try to go in every different direction. And I got some tape here so I don't scratch the door. Well, I probably have about 5 layers of tape. And I think that's good. I'm going to let this harden a little bit. Then I'll block sand it with this. When I get that finished, I'll be back. I noticed I had a little low spot right in here. I gave it another coat of filler, cheese grated it, and now we're just going to finish it off. So I do have a body line that comes down through here and just a little hump right here. So I'm going to concentrate on this right here. And this is 36 grit or 40 grit, and I'm not putting a lot of pressure on that at all. And I have some tape here to protect the door. And my block is sort of leaning this way and then here, so that I have just a little bit of a hump right here. Now I'm just going to blow this off. I'm going to put a little bit of masking tape on the body line. We're just going to come down through like this. And just, this is very subtle, so it doesn't have to be real perfect. That looks good right there. And then we're just going to sand right up to that tape. And we're just going to pull the tape, and that should be good. Now I'm going to finish sand this with 80 grit, DA sand this, and then we'll be ready to paint it. So I hope you enjoyed this video on lower fender rust repair, and if you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.